Motors, as we said, are supplied with two pre-programmed codes. So obviously these might not be pre-programmed because you play within the limits. Once you've installed, you've made sure you've got the 2mm gap, you put the oil in, move the gate plus minus halfway. Okay, if you are old installer, you don't need to, you can do it from any position. You can do it from the closed position, any position, but we just recommend that you move it more or less halfway. Engage the red lever, make sure that the door is engaged, okay, and then you start your programming. The reason being that with a Gemini motor, when you start programming, the gate must always run in the closed direction, always closed direction. If it does not run in the closed direction, then you change the motor direction. So on the older PC boards, which looks like this, there's two dip switches. The one dip switch says motor direction. Okay, so on the older PC boards, it's written out motor direction. On the new PC board, it has dip switch that lies across like that. Not enough space to write, so it says MDR. Interesting as well, if you look at this one, motor direction on the older PC board is dip switch number 3. On the new PC board, it's dip switch number 4. Okay, but you can't go wrong, it says motor direction. So if you start programming and the gate goes the wrong direction, you need to change motor direction. When you buy a gate motor, all your dip switches will be turned off. I see these are all off. And then you push the remote. Now, look at the gate motor. The gate motor is on the left-hand side of the post. So that would obviously be the closed side. This would be the open side because you're not going to drive over your motor. Okay. So, dip switches are standard out of the box dip switches. I'm going to push my remote, let's see what happens. It must first run in the closed direction, run in the wrong direction. Okay. Not a major problem because we can fix it by changing the motor direction. But let's just finish the programming. So I've just found my open limit. Push it again, it runs. Okay, that was not what was supposed to happen. But thank you very much. Let's start all over again. The limits are set, you guys have seen that. So to reset limits, I said you must remove all power. So in this case, you must remove the solar, you must remove the ESCOM power. Better to put it off at the 2-pole isolator switch. Don't do what I do because you can shock. And remove the battery. Okay. So now the limits have been reset. This can happen to your customers with the power outage now because the battery is going to run down. Limits are reset. Move the gate halfway. Engage. We saw that it went the wrong direction. You get the most important tool for a technician. It's called a pocket-sized screwdriver. And then you just change the motor direction. Dip switch number 4. Guys, we're going to be practical just now. These motors are here for everybody to play on. Then we just connect the battery. I'm just going to disconnect the courtesy light, connect the power. I'm not going to connect the solar for now. Now, everything's connected. You push your pre-programmed remote. Gate will run slowly in the closed direction. Push it again, it will run slowly in the open direction. And I just programmed a gate. That's how easy it is. Can't be easier. You can also do it on the motor test button on the PC board. Okay. But I want to show you something. This motor is a smart motor. You believe me? I just did programming on it with a remote. How can it be smart? Don't you need a smartphone to program a smart motor? No, you don't. Because our smart is an add-on device. It's called Gemlink, and it's an add-on. So fits on our new PC boards and plugs into the new PC board. So the difference between the new PC board and the old PC board, as I said, it's got the plastic cover, old PC board, new PC board, and all our PC boards are backwards compatible over the last 17 years. If you have an STL motor with a red lever, and the customer has a PC board like this, they can upgrade and buy a new PC board. I just want to show you that it is a smart motor, and we just programmed it with the remote. To me and to installers, that is a smart option because you don't get to just open both our gates from your cell phone. So with our smart device, because it's an add-on, all repairs, all maintenance, all installations are still done old school style, with dip switches on the PC board. The reason being that if you make it smart, customers think they're smart, they are bored, they start playing around with the motor, and they call you at 11 o'clock in the evening. Gate to always close first. Yes, sir.
This one can work without the battery, or
no?
It's not going
So
to.
it's a battery operated motor.
Battery
All our motors are battery operated.
Oh.
So you must have a battery. Okay. Button. Press and release learn button. LD2 will come on, it will flash, remote is programmed. How to erase, push and hold. Okay, so before we do that, what's the most important question to ask a technician, a customer, before you program remotes? Which one? Say which one? So is it a Gemini, is it a Centurion, etc.? Very important question. Second question. Pedestrian. Okay. So on our motors, you cannot program pedestrian because we only have one receiver on our PC board. So if you want to program pedestrian, you must put an external receiver. Important. Third question. How many buttons? Range. Range, yeah, range on ours is standard up to 30 meters, up to. Very difficult to specify, but they normally do work more than that. Actually, our specs is an important question to ask the customer when they want a new remote. Why do you want a new remote?
Where the remote hangs in your keys.
Okay?
Always
Lost the remote. So, I've lost the remote. He picked my remote up, he follows me, he knows where I stay, he can come into my yard. So that to me is the most critical question. Is it a replacement remote? If it is yes, then we start with what the question is. On our smart device, you cannot erase the remotes one at a time. So you unfortunately have to erase all remotes. So if the customer has 13 remotes, you must go and erase all remotes, get all 13 remotes, program them on the PC board. It's a step, I know, because the son is at the varsity and the daughter's overseas, and then they come back and you just go back and do it for free. Because they pay the button, middle LED will come on, hold it until the middle LED goes off, and all remotes have been used. If you pick up my remote and open my gate, any one of the buttons, and I cannot. Okay. How do we program remote in this area? I'm going to do exactly what I did just now. I'm going to say tap, and you're going to open your gate. Okay. Tap. Did it not open your gate? Because I jammed all remotes. His remote did not work. Okay, see if you can open my gate. Okay, but my remote works. So that's the safest way to program a remote, is to jam out all other remotes. So for the moment that you are programming, just jam all remotes. Let's do another one just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. I'm jamming the frequency, tap. Okay, is the gate didn't move? Okay, close your gate. It's not working. Did I break it now?
to turn mine.